There we go. Right, we'll start the scene.
Give me 1 moment.
Yeah.
I just like
settings.
Oh, not that. I need to like do the good old arm flap. Hmm? Okay. Alright, so you invited me to the bar and okay. Right. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but I did also have a Alright.
We'll start scene in 5.
Okay. Boop. Hi.
Good evening, Miss Foss.
Good evening, Miss Foxglove.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for joining me.
If you want, they should be having drinks in the bar. If you want to
Ooh,
Pay for one.
of course.
Just go around the counter and you should be able to find some.
Or you know what? Even better.
I did make some for patrons, so right ahead.
Right. I know there's no prying eyes with us, so I'm able to tell this to you freely.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't around when you guys got home last night.
It's quite alright. Just I needed to discuss something with you, and it didn't matter how long, it was just going to be sometime soon. The problem
did you
is
find-
the fact that...
Yeah, did you find any of the stuff at the black market?
Sadly, no, they didn't quite carry anything of biological in nature, like plant life or exotic animals of any sort.
That's
Which is
unfortunate.
quite curious. Considering it is the black market. Anyway, there's another more important matter that's happening soon. The lab has been funded and will be
that's great
personally
news.
equipped by a council member at that. A Mr. Victor Strange. You probably saw one of his bots, the cat robot girl. She'll be staying with us in the lab,
Oh,
making sure that whatever we experiment on doesn't come to hurt us, and whoever tries to tamper with our experiments gets caught and is swiftly eliminated. But the reason why I'm telling you this is because I am personally asking for your help in this endeavor. Just my 2 hands alone is not enough with the experiments that I have to do. And I'll greatly appreciate it if you would join me in this.
Oh, well, I was planning on doing that anyway.
Good. It's just I have to preface this that it might be dangerous with the bot around us. So I just need to make 100% sure that you will make sure that I can trust you.
Wasn't it on our side? Or at least I think it was. It seemed like it was on our side.
It is. But that's why I'm asking you, though. Will you be able to follow what I say?
Well, we all have the same goal here, don't we?
Indeed. It's
To
just the
ensure the
fact
safety
that
of our friends.
Apparently, indeed, and that is the goal of the lab and of the research, is to make sure that the Hulks are no longer a thing. Or if we do manage to get a serum, that the effects are not long-lasting. They're not permanent. It'll be more like a boost, if anything. That is what I was told that I have to do by Mr. Toku himself. So, preferably, it would be more on the side of actually trying to stop the Hulks from happening, so by finding this antidote and making sure nothing happens to said person after they've already received a dosage. But I just need you to trust in me and to follow my command, because I believe that a couple there in the hollow will try to sabotage us and prevent us from actually doing our job, willingly or unwillingly, accidentally or not.
Well, you seem pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, there are a couple of boring people in the hollow.
Indeed. And with the things that we might have to do in there, we might have to go past Mr. Slick and everything. So those people will actually try to harm us. Inadvertently or on purpose. So that is why.
Well, it's
Will you
like,
join me?
I mean, it's like you have, you know, the boss, then, you know, the big boss. Actually, you have two big bosses, right? So, I mean, if we have a big boss, then like Slick isn't in charge, is he? Of the lab.
Indeed. And we might have to suppress that. And some of the other Hollow members might not agree to that. So you understand the dangers that we might be in?
I'm sure everything will be fine.
Right, then. My question still stands. Will you join me on this endeavor? And follow my lead?
Sounds like fun.
Good. Right, you should definitely enjoy your pancakes. I still need my drink. I was here just a little bit before you got here. Right, now on more lighthearted matters. Hopefully we should be getting more next week. Are the Nightshade and our amphibian friends. I put in a special request. So, hopefully it will turn out rather well for us. Otherwise, we might have to...
Oh, there it goes.
You,
Oh well.
You flung it back.
It just got consumed instantly.
Yeah,
Oh well.
it's all right. It's just on the floor. It's dirty anyways. Anyway, yes, I showed them the frog species that Miss Caro showed me, and yes, they will be sending out their goblin friend to find frogs. Otherwise, we'll have to probably go out to some sort of pond or lake or even pet store to find our friends.
That's
I
nice.
tried finding the more exotic species, but they had nothing, so it was quite concerning. Otherwise, though, it appears that a lot of their prices are very competitive. They have a whole bunch of plasma weaponry, they have a whole bunch of implants and other things.
Oh. And here I thought everything was going to be like... When you say competitive, here I thought everything was going to be like super duper duper expensive. It probably is, but...
That's what I thought as well. Oh, of course, it probably is an exorbitant amount if... by not going through the proper channels. But there are a couple of implants I am interested in. I should be able to pay for it with my own cash. Would you be interested in anything personal that you want to that I should look for? Perhaps like a new weapon or armor of any sort?
You know, I'll have to think about that. I have no idea.
Alright. Just let me tell you
I got a golf club recently because my knife wasn't working out too well, but I didn't really put too much thought into it.
Well, we could definitely find either a better golf club or something of the like. People who were trying to ask for conversions, I have asked one myself because my pistol is very sentimental to me. But anyways, new weapons is more like it, and between the most recent raid that we're going to be going on tomorrow, along with other future endeavors, we'll be needing more firepower and more protection. Personally, I might be going for an ocular implant myself. So, just make sure you give a thought, and just remember that it goes in the tiers of scrap, street, military, and future tech.
Interesting.
So yeah, just remember those when you're if you want to make a decision. Probably best that if a couple of the whispers are potentially against us, we should increase our own protection. Might be finding some more implants of the like. Seems to be my best bet. Possible cybernetics.
Yeah, I'll have to think about that.
Well, I hope you have a good think about it. Otherwise, is there anything you need to speak to me about? About anything? About our new lab? About anything of the like?
I've already asked about the one thing that I wanted. Wait, you mentioned that the raid was tomorrow?
I believe so. Mr. AJ said it was going to be sometime this next week. Next week or the next. Where is...
Yeah, I was wondering. Because it did sound like very soon, but didn't know it was actually tomorrow.
I don't know if it was tomorrow, but it's just usually... Well, there goes my drink. We usually have our missions on Fridays. So it's either going to be this Friday or the next. So you best be prepared. Who knows, if it's next week, we'll have that weekend to prepare.
Hopefully. We'll see how it goes.
Indeed. Indeed. So is there nothing you need to ask me?
No, I don't think so.
Alright. Perfect. Then we should probably head back to the Hollow.
I do know that a couple of them are expecting us. Right. Let's be on our way then.
Yep.
End scene.
All right.
Whew, that was a scene.
Okay.
Now we request off Neb.
Sure.
And we'll probably go up.
Just fashionably late. That's perfect.
Yep. Make sure to move up.
Oh,
on Discord
right.
as well.
They're at the front. They're at the front. I keep scrolling to the back.
You know, they're literally my very first one.
Yeah.
Okay, I got my invite. I'll see you there.
Version, a normal pistol.
At least
So it's
you have your
something to do with
versions.
having. It's something to do with having shifted to the armored version, which doesn't make sense. They literally just dragged them from one model to the other.
Yeah, I have to redo everything
We
for me. My whole entire project got corrupted. That's gonna be fun.
Please back up your stuff.
His combat model. On the
Please,
combat
please,
model,
please,
I
going
don't
forward.
have an actual working gun. I never had to.
Ironic.
Anything before. I've always been able to.
I have-
I've always
I have
had
everything in a
built-in
Dropbox.
backup.
Like, I have everything in Dropbox, and it has, like, version history for, like, a month. So
I need to see if I can actually.
Yeah, no, I don't have Dropbox.
Marcus's,
You dumb.
or anything equivalent, really, you know? Like,
Marcus.
it's...
Mhm.
Losing stuff is so bad.
I need to see if I can find James's.
Yeah, it's not the
Yeah,
I
worst.
need to see if I can find
Maybe
James's
just
project. I have no idea where it is right
Everything
now.
on top of each other.
I don't have to take this. I'm going back to bed.
No, I'm in the same room as you. What are you gonna do, piss baby?
Cry.
Right, so when you're ready,
Yeah.
Silent, we'll go in and start. Since we literally just got back.
Why?
Yeah, the only person that is not here is
Zoom.
not
I may
I
have fell
am the
asleep a
correct
bit.
height.
Yeah, a bit.
I am the correct height. Right. Right, we would be coming from
We'll
front
just
door.
go. Main hall? Yes.
Oh.
Welcome back as well, Mr. Cecil.
Hi.
Thank you. Hello?
Hmm.
How are you doing, Patricia? I haven't talked to you in a while. Oop. Well, as ever, I hope. Hang in there. What about you? You heard the news, right? Mm-hmm. Well, no worries, no worries. You'll be safe and sound here at home. Oh, no. We'll be fine. I'll make sure of that. Alright, gotcha.
We better.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just put like,
Probably.
just get like a one of those
I mean,
square blocks.
I think Slick could get like just some metal plating using some scrap. Just make the legs longer. That's all really needs to happen.
Yeah, we can just get
Stack some pallets
wooden
underneath.
blocks.
Well, I get like
Cinder
cinder
blocks.
blocks.
Just get some wood blocks.
Mhm.
No need for cinder, just get wood.
Yeah,
Lot cheaper.
no. Lily can go out in the back of like a fucking shop. Normally leave like, what the fuck is it called? Not plywood. Fuck.
Probably get some
2x4s.
sort of 2x4s, exactly. But yes,
Or 8x8s.
There's even plenty of that in storage already, if we don't mind it being rotten, that is. Maybe we
Well,
do,
that
I don't
means
know.
to, like, literally
It
just
might
to-
collapse if we use something rotten, to be honest. Morning,
Maybe if we
Cecil.
stack them like enough, like if we like, maybe if we like stack the wood, like the rotten wood together, it like reinforces itself, so it wouldn't
No,
collapse
I don't think
immediately.
that's how that works. I really don't think that's how that works. I think that adds more pressure to the bottom ones, making it collapse quicker.
Or just
I mean,
reinforce it
that's-
with some kind of metal material.
all we need to do is
Well,
just
thank
get
you,
some
like
2x4, and we're fine. That's all we need.
On this.
Are we talking about
Anyway.
raising the table again, or
Yes.
Yes.
Cecil,
It definitely needs
you're,
it.
you're a smart guy. What is the thing where it's like wood across like this way,
Oh,
and then like at
there's-
the bottom?
Are you talking
it's
a
like-
pallet? Talking a
Yes.
pallet?
You can get that shit fucking behind like so many fucking stores and alleyways, and there aren't rotten and shit. It's just
That's-
fucking free
I
grab.
suggested a pallet. Yeah, I suggested just grabbing some
Oh.
pallets.
Well, I didn't hear you, which makes sense.
yes, pallets would probably work fine.
Wow.
Oh God, put your mask
Get that-
back on, please. I hate seeing your fucking beard. Oh my
You don't have to be
God.
that rude, Mr. Flint.
No, he knows
Yeah,
I'm
always
part
It's
of
kind of
the
lipstick.
I'm not. I'm what the fuck?
Anyways.
That's fucked up. I'm
I thought you
not.
were
I
talking to
wonder
me
what the
for a
hell you're
second, and I was like,
talking
when
about.
did I grow?
We had to agree not to insult each other.
He has no
Yeah,
beard.
'cause it's
He's
it
smooth
was
shaven.
fun,
Der
yeah.
kleine Deutsch
You
Junge.
both took off your mask
That was
at
it.
the same time as you said
Yeah.
that.
We've yeah.
Oh
So I
yeah.
didn't know
I
which
know,
one
I
you're
know,
talking
I know.
about.
Oh, look, does Cecil
It's
look
going to be
like he
very
has
broken,
any
I'm just
fucking
saying.
Facial hair?
I
Ja.
don't know.
Listen,
Good
I'm
ass.
trying.
I know you are. I'm so proud of you.
Right.
Says in a sarcastic way.
I guess the major thing we should probably discuss here is the mission that AJ is sending us on.
Yeah. With that, I do have other stuff I want to talk about. I kinda spent this morning writing some stuff up for any newbies. Just general information that they probably should know. Considering some interactions and things people have said before, and kind of concerning. But strategy-wise, I
Alright.
think that's a more of a priority.
Indeed.
Strategy-wise,
One-
we're assaulting AJ's previous home, right? Has he given us a layout of the place?
Yeah.
What to expect?
no?
I do not believe so, no. We're going to
Should
be going
really
to
get-
Like he
Ask him later.
didn't he like make like some infrastructure or something? Didn't he say like he like built something in there? Like, I could be wrong. But...
He talked about giving it up to the cat, and they were asking for intel.
Yeah.
Right, well then. We're gonna have to assume that we're going in blind then.
Yeah.
Unless we are able to immediately get that.
Managed to score some C4 at the black market yesterday. Probably
Nice.
Perfect.
should use that. Probably get around to the back, the side, or something like that. Bust open the wall, cause panic.
Right,
Probably have
there
some people
is...
going from from the broken wall.
Indeed. We should probably have our scouts actually figure out which wall would be best. Because there is something there that I would rather not get destroyed.
What they
Ice in
got
the
there?
lab.
That is.
Yes.
They have research notes that I would like to get.
What the fuck are they
I,
researching? Okay. Sure.
Currently I'm thinking we work on having a team that's gonna get people, fight people, and scavenge the base. Considering
Okay, well-
Yeah.
you
Sounds
need
like a
to
good
fight.
idea.
They probably have some stuff we could grab.
Okay,
And whatnot.
AJ said that Odelia will allow 4 prisoners type of thing. If you don't, if nobody has
he
anything.
said at least.
We
I think-
require 4 minimum,
Yeah.
is what he
That's
said.
Okay.
Our goal is to
He said
get
no.
4, and then we
3,
should
4?
get
I don't know.
more if we can. That's the whole
I think
thing.
that all depends on who surrenders and who doesn't. Then at
Oh,
that
yeah,
point,
of
because
course.
Any of them surrender.
I don't think any
You got
of
a
them are
blunt
gonna
weapon?
surrender.
Make them surrender.
I highly
Second
doubt
run.
anyone there was gonna surrender at
Shoot
all.
the limbs. Shoot the kneecaps.
Couldn't-
I think we're avoiding shooting for the most part if we can.
Yeah, no, I think
Yeah,
Don't
take
I
out
shoot
don't
unless
think
someone
we
else
should-
does.
so we're going melee mostly until they
Yeah.
start shooting. Got you.
Yeah, shooting's
Yeah.
gonna
Pretty much doesn't
very
come to
quickly
that.
That research
get
you're
us
looking
below
for,
that for.
accelerate. And we don't.
Yeah.
it's
we
probably
don't
going to be
wanna kill
heavily
any of them,
guarded.
should
Like key points,
Are
like
we
any
on a good
labs or
consensus that
strategic
we
locations.
don't want to
That's where the
kill
brunt of the
Fallen
fighting's
right now?
probably going to be. Defending
And at
key
the moment, we
points.
just want to please
Indeed.
That's why a
Odeli.
layout would be good.
It all depends.
Hmm.
That is why we should have the scouting
It's
team
no
actually
skin either way.
scout the place.
Sounds
I
Well,
don't
might
know
take
if we
either
have
way.
time to do that before.
Have we been
We go.
told where it is? Have we been?
It
Are
might
we
be able to
allowed
fly then,
to
but
do that?
we should still
Oh.
try.
Can I get a
We haven't
recap?
been
on
told
Well,
where
there's
it is
the-
yet, have we?
There's the inherent risk of scouting, of being noticed, and then, well, all of
Yeah.
a sudden the plan's off. But, like,
I'm sure
we do
can
have a
ask
person.
AJ if he has something.
it's like maybe it's
Fallen
maybe
are
it's
another
changed
gang.
for
a lot of them
a
come
bit.
from our previous whispers that kind of broke off because they.
Well, all of them basically.
I'm sure they picked up a couple of new recruits themselves. A vast majority of them, I believe, are former whisperers, but there's got to be at least 1 or 2 that probably just have heard their reputation and came in.
Well, that was AJ. It was a shrewd
Yeah.
Say,
before.
the one we have.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm sure things might have changed since AJ left, but, like, I'm sure he at least has some usable information. And after all that would actually, if he would be willing to share, that would put my mind a bit to ease.
Yeah, no.
We're not just going in absolutely blind.
We'll try.
No, we shall.
We'll essentially, if he doesn't wake up or doesn't show up today, we can probably see if we can somebody text him and see if we can get like a pre-raid
Okay,
briefing or
yeah.
whatnot.
At least like a
Good idea.
loose floor plan or something. Just so we know what we're up against.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, If we can scout, then breach with breaching charge and storm the front door.
Yeah.
In those two fronts, that sounds like a brilliant idea. After that, we'll definitely have to aim to capture, because if we don't get the floor, then we have failed our mission. So we should try to capture as many as we can, and only
like
capture, not try to
incapacitate.
kill. Exactly.
Yeah.
The more of them
Alright.
that can fall, that we can capture, the better.
To be fair,
From
I'm
what
gonna
I
say this now.
heard-
If I'm gonna also defend myself, so like if they start going
Well, yeah,
more
of
lethal,
course.
I'm gonna start upgrading as well.
Well,
Of course.
I mean, of course. We just don't want to be the ones to start it.
Fair enough.
Of course, you're.
With that and everything, some stuff I heard while I was at the black market. One of them purchased a hydraulic hammer that has spikes on it. So I don't think it's gonna be got yet. I
You don't think
kind
it'll
of
be
out.
delivered by?
I don't think it's
delivered
gonna
by-
be.
by
It
tomorrow?
might not. I
we
don't
never know.
A hammer.
We shall
Yeah.
go the
Hydraulic
only
hammer.
assumption
That's a
that they do
possibility.
have it.
Was it
Yeah.
We should go under the
Crow?
assumption that they have it, though.
No, it was a sock puppet guy.
Mark. Okay, that's bad. He's also a heavy hitter. Frontline, heavy sword. Seems to be a melee specialist, and that confirms it.
Okay, if they do end up having that, maybe like I said, I got my shield that can probably at least take one hit from something like that, and then we can if I can incapacitate it for a second, we can all swarm it.
If you can figure out with a weapon like that, if you can figure out a brace against that, because if you hold it by yourself, the vibrations will go right through that shield into you. If it's a shockwave hammer, like you said.
If we can try to get it out, have him try to swing into a wall or something, that would probably be much preferred, because one of his concerns that he was talking about was it getting stuck into stuff. So, considering
But
that,
that's fair.
it's probably the best idea.
A wall,
a good point.
depending.
Walking
Yeah,
in.
no, fair.
Why not a crate of some sort? Something wood.
We don't know what's in their base.
Yeah.
Just
Crow
wall is like
also
the most
uses a hammer.
reliable thing. Yeah.
So he's
Crow
got
has
the
a
same detriments.
sledgehammer.
They'll be heavy hitting, but they're slow. So we should get someone fast in there who can work around that.
Yeah.
They also
yeah.
have laser
With
weaponry as
this-
well.
Yes. They have laser weaponry. I know Matrix has a katana. I know they have. I know Matrix has Ivy's car, but I don't know. I don't know about any other vehicles. I know they have a car junkie there named Sarah, but I don't know about what she has or anything.
Oh yeah, that
We
one.
should probably if they have vehicles on him, we should probably have Grug put his truck like in the way. That way they can't escape in him.
Parking in front of a garage or something.
I wouldn't
I don't
rather
know
risk
if
that
his,
because
yeah,
if
no,
we
I
do
don't
that,
think we have
we
it,
might
should
lose
have
the
his
truck.
nearby. Yeah, they could possibly hijack it.
And there is one major factor that we have to think to as well. When a prolonged firefight like this, the police potentially could get called in to try to disrupt this.
Definitely.
So
Well,
we'll have to be as fast.
that's if they start shooting. If we stay
Well,
melee, I don't
Indeed,
think
it's a good
The
point.
C4.
Well, it's if they start
That'll
shooting,
attract a lot
or
of
if a
attention,
fallen
too.
calls them.
Well,
That will.
why wouldn't
Fallen
they
co-
if they're
a
on the
gang member
defensive?
calls the police. Yes.
The Fallen have been
it's a
branded
possibility.
terrorists by the ZCPD. They're not calling any police backup.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
it's
at
still a
least there's that.
possibility. Is the thing.
I mean-
that
Someone-
C4, that could attract a lot of attention.
Yeah.
I-
I was
Maybe we
really
don't use
hoping
that
to get
as our
breaching
opening.
charges.
Maybe
Yeah,
we don't
no.
use that as our opening. Maybe we
I
use
don't
that
think we'll
as
be
a.
able to.
Fair enough.
I don't think it's in God's plan, you know.
Yeah.
I suggest not using the C4.
I
No, I
think
say we
everything
bring it
has been
along
said.
just in case. But I think we bring
Yeah,
along
no,
just in case.
A second.
I don't know if I'm gonna bring fucking. I'm not gonna bring C4 along. I might leave it in Grug's truck, but I'm not gonna bring it in there.
Alright.
Especially if it gets off my hands.
That's another
I
thing.
recommend
Go
leaving
wrong,
it
yeah.
here, so just in case if they hijack Greg's truck, they won't have C4.
I mean, yeah.
That's going to be up to
we'll
you,
see.
Mr. Flint, if you want to bring the C4 or not.
Yeah. It was
It's just a
20k
recommendation,
credits at the black market. And I'm probably gonna use it to study. And I mean I've seen C4 before. More like I watch a lot of fucking documentaries about that shit. But I know the basic gist of it. I've done my research. I've done too much. I'm definitely on the fucking list. Oh my god.
I don't think
Aren't
at
we
this
all?
rate matters. That we're all probably
Oh
are.
yeah, no, we're definitely all on the fucking list.
As for
uh,
these fallen, are there any you think we should capture? If you know any.
In my
Any that might be easier
opinion,
targets or might actually be willing to
And-
surrender?
Anne is a good one. Honestly, not Matrix. We don't grab Matrix. That is very risky in my opinion. If we can get
Right.
Matt or Simon, those two would be good options. That'd be a very easy clear, but I don't know if we can grab them. Mavis would
Crow
also be a
wouldn't
good
surrender.
option.
I don't really know any
the
of them.
actual
Uh,
the most important one
yeah.
we do need to capture is one named Marge.
Marge. Okay.
Marge?
Yes,
Is
she
there
has
a
a apparently
description?
Fascination with rats.
Oh, right.
Green
but
umbrella?
Okay. Yeah, no.
Well, remember,
I
we're
The one we saw
capturing
at
them
the
so
meat rack.
Deli can put them on trial, so keep that in mind for who you want to capture.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
If they
Is she
pass
the one who's
trial, they might be forced to work with us,
researching?
is
She's the one researching everything, right?
That's if they pass.
That explains
like I said,
why she's always
this is
under
already
heavy
gonna be-
guard
This is already going to be a little
everywhere
bit
she
of
goes.
I need to,
a
for
Meat rack.
biased court
personal
because they're
reasons,
already
if we can
like
capture her.
Oh,
they're going
yeah.
to be working like against themselves.
This is being
like, it's
I'll
gonna be
second
really
that.
Deli,
military.
The
though, so
fifth.
there's a caveat.
This
Umbrella
will have to
Lady
be the
is
fifth
cool.
capture then.
I'm allergic to shellfish.
Every capture is going to O'Delhi, though. That's
I know
the
this
thing.
is random, but he mentioned
It's
caviar.
not that we're capturing prisoners for our own sake. We've been given an objective. They go to O'Delhi.
Honestly, a good option might be Tom, the sniper guy that was in the
Cowboys.
alley meeting.
That guy
With
carries
a
a
big
lot of
hat.
heat. I don't know if he's gonna. He's probably
Maybe.
gonna go down swinging. He has a laser sniper, ballistic shotgun,
He
laser
does, he
pistols,
does. I
crowbar.
don't think he's exactly physically strong.
So we can sneak up on him and or catch him by surprise before he gets into a sniping position. We can probably
Maybe.
catch him off guard. Is what you're saying.
I mean,
A thought just occurred to me as well. Is it going to
He
be
does
just
get to a
us,
sniping
like
position. I can
We
people
could
that hang
always-
around here? Or do you think we're gonna have some other whisper from the train?
We don't know. We don't know.
I
how
believe it would just be the ones.
we could always talk to them
Yeah,
before
from
we
the
send them
hall.
to a deli.
Probably
I mean,
just us, considering it's
that's what we did with Biker.
Yeah.
We captured him.
Would help.
Right,
Our
right.
mission.
Like,
True,
doesn't mean
but that wasn't
we're
an
gonna keep
objective.
them
We
around.
weren't ordered to capture Biker and send him. That just sort of developed.
Trying to think.
That's true, but like,
If anything, we should
them-
try to capture all of them.
I mean,
That would be the
Is
Well,
key.
yeah,
not
that's-
a person we should
that
try
is
to
the goal.
capture.
That's gonna cause way too much damage.
Okay. Remember, if we don't capture,
We need
Deli's
to,
gonna
we need to
have
attempt
us
to
take care of
capture
them.
everyone.
Yeah,
hmm
yeah. I don't.
It's kill
think we
or
can
capture, one or the
capture
other.
Mark.
At this rate, we need to start to
Interesting.
capture and not kill at all.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
That's the last
I would
resort at
say
this
we
point.
could try being diplomatic, but
Of
I
course we'll
don't think
start.
that's gonna work.
It
No.
is cool.
It probably won't, but you never know. More surprising things have happened before in this world.
Yeah.
Well, as long as there aren't any like secret exits or anything. Otherwise, I would give them the time to like get out.
Something to note.
AJ is being watched. I don't know if Strange can see through his sight or whatever, or if he's just being kept an eye on. But possibly I don't say anything we don't want Strange to know, basically.
I said it was weird that Strange
Discussing
let him
the
go,
plan
may have
and
messed with his
whatnot, that's
programming.
fine. Yeah.
Okay, okay, I'm out of the loop on this bit. Who's Strange?
Yeah, why?
Yes. So, okay. Then let me talk about that stuff. If it's okay if I stop the planning really quick.
It's alright.
Okay, just give me a second. I gotta pull it up on my phone.
Yeah, you got notes. You gotta look them up. I got you.
Yep. Did I say stuff about Mavis? Or no?
You have mentioned her, yes.
Mavis is batshit crazy. Straight up.
Yes, she was Chase's enforcer when he was still part, and when they were part of the Whisperers. I do remember seeing her a few times.
I'm told she tried to shoot O'Delly on the train.
Excuse me? What?
I was told.
Okay, that's something I did not know.
No,
That is why most of the fallen are the fallen.
Oh. Yeah,
Been
no,
around
I
long enough?
didn't know the reason why the Fallen came to an existence. To be completely honest.
Apparently they tried to attack O'Delly at first.
Huh.
And then they ran.
Yeah, so, as for capture, bad target.
That makes more
Mavis,
sense.
really bad target. Don't take her anywhere near O'Delly. She might just be stupid enough to try something again. It wouldn't
Here I
work,
was wondering
obviously,
why
not with Bucky around, but that's just...
O'Delly wanted them dead so much.
Oh, yeah.
Although actually it still doesn't make sense why he suddenly wants them dead now. But it makes more sense why...
We're talking about trying to capture everyone, but then there's people we don't want brought to O'Delly. What are we going to do with them if we ain't bringing them to O'Delly?
No,
because
we need to capture all of them, and we'll be bringing all of them, or whoever we capture, to whoever is doing the interrogations and trials. And if that's O'Delly, that is O'Delly.
Which is probably O'Delly and Strange.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
Never mind, Alex.
We are going for just general capture. I'm making sure we aren't, like, planning on,
capture.
General capture, right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we might be able to talk to them before sending them, but that's about it.
But yes, it most likely.
So more or less, we're doing this.
At the end of the day,
we're doing this, ironically enough, police style, where we're going for capture, not kill, unless fired upon type of thing.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd say even if
even if fired upon,
if we can disable
otherwise we fail the mission.
Yeah.
If we can, that's the bit. Again, I'm going to defend myself if they start shooting.
No, yeah, of course. But like,
just make sure you defend others too.
Arm, that's probably better than just
if
trying
we do
to
start
kill
shooting,
them.
I can try and
We should
take
probably
some
make it
precision
clear
shots,
that we're not
disable,
trying to kill
knees,
them.
shoulders, that kind of thing.
Right, when the fighting
But,
starts,
okay.
That's only if it's
I'll try for limbs, but I might end up setting up kind of mass accidentally, especially if it's the heat of battle. Again, I'll try, but again, I'm gonna, make sure I come out alive.
Bear in mind, Alex, this is a situation where
we'll make sure we all come out
alive.
alive.
To capture all of them. That's very hopeful and optimistic because they're gonna fight tooth and nail here.
There. So basically, the first thing is first. People that we shouldn't fuck with, what we know about them, and why we shouldn't fuck with them, etc., etc. I'm gonna start with the Whispers. Odeli, of course. He's our big boss. We do what he says. Apparently he's a very important businessman. I went online and I found some public numbers
New girl.
to his like front desk, basically. He's a very anxious man, as we all know with the shotgun shit. He once controlled District 0, and in the end, Hola Saphira. Because, you know, he's a fucking gang boss, of course, that's fucking the goal.
Paranoia is understandable. He has a lot to lose.
I'd be anxious too if my family shot me.
Oh, yeah, of
True.
course.
Very good one, actually.
Hello.
Hello.
Then the next thing is the Catbot. Whom some may know as Clanker from King, or Strange's daughter. They are a small gray and orange synth, I think.
His daughter?
And I remember seeing that.
That
He
is
refers
his
to it as his daughter.
I remember seeing that thing at
Hence
the
the very
last,
humanoid
roundup.
face.
At the
Yeah.
That seems to be some sort of sentimental attachment on his part. Weird design choice.
things all skeletal and angular. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that, Strange can see through its eyes. And he can hear with it.
So Strange
He
works for
uses
Odeli?
it to communicate with us. Huh?
Strange works for Odeli? Because you still... Okay, because I still wasn't sure. Yeah.
He's a council member.
Strange reports to
Odeli.
Odeli, yeah.
Along with Toku.
Honestly, that was what I was about to just say. Thank you for that.
Strange is a little higher than Toku. He basically runs the council recruitment process. He's essentially head of the council, if you think about it that way.
Until Tokus passes his final trial and is able to come back potentially, as Strange said the other day.
Oh, I'm sorry. I might be talking to the sailor man behind us. I'm Duel.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Then with that,
I'm Jester.
The Catbot has a laser on it. It's a precise weaponry. It will go through your body, no matter what.
I think it's
most likely.
plasma.
Probably, yeah. We saw it be
Yeah.
used in the Aloy deal with Strange and the Fallen. We basically had Chase, and we used him as leverage with Strange's help to make a deal. And then with the Catbot too, I don't know who was there, but on the train, Slick got stabbed in the back of the leg. Its claws are sharp. Probably
I saw
razor
that.
sharp.
The thing's strong,
otherwise, I
too.
don't know what its capabilities are. That's really it. I don't think we've ever heard it
on our
talk
side.
itself. Yeah, it's
have.
on our side,
Yeah.
but don't fuck with it. Listen to it.
Hey, mute.
If it says to stay still, whatever. Just stay still.
That thing is a proxy of a council member. If it says something,
It
it's a
will
council
kill
member
you.
saying it.
Straight up.
Exactly.
It does
It's their
not care
enforcer.
at all.
No, it's
Yeah.
them. For
No,
all
no,
intents and
it's-
purposes, it is them there.
It is quite
He
no,
uses
it's
it,
quite literally
speaks
an
through it, it's a
enforcer.
proxy.
It's an enforcer and a proxy. It's used as a
So
weapon.
basically,
Sparkles.
an assassin.
Hi.
No.
If it needs
It's.
to.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
It's everything
But
Strange
that's not-
needs it to be.
I don't
Yeah.
think it needs to hide.
So cuddly.
Yeah, no, it does not. But yeah, for real, do not fuck with it. Do not get hostile with it at all. Don't talk back
Alright.
to it, whatever. It's not
No
a
reason to,
fighting
so.
toy or anything. It will just kill you. Because the orders come from Strange.
And remember,
Yeah,
Strange
pretend it's
isn't
the
very
boss,
fond of
because it
us.
is.
He called us a lot of,
Yeah.
lowly things.
Straight up.
He doesn't care if he has to kill you. We're all expendable.
Yeah, no.
Lovely.
Now it's Strange. He's part of Odeli's council, like Nicholas said. He likes to test people. He tested me on the train. He tested Toku. He will test all of us, probably. If we show concern or signs of being a traitor, quote unquote, he will test you, or he might just kill you. I don't know. Right now, because Toku's on the council, they work together. Well, as together as they probably can handle. I know Toku does not like Strange. For clear reasons.
You good?
And of course, he's not a person to mess with, just like the Catbot. He's not a person to mess with. I don't know anything about his physical body or anything like that, but he doesn't need it because he has the Catbot. And he's also not a person to reach out to. Don't reach out to him unless
thumbs
you
up.
are told to. And the only way you're gonna get told to work with him is probably from Toku, Odeli, or something, or he reaches out to you himself. Yes?
Oh, no, nothing. It was just a thought.
Oh, okay. I know Odeli has a council of 9.
Gesundheit.
I don't know if it's 10 now with Toku. No, it's 9 because
It's
Chase
9.
passed. And Toku took his spot. We don't know anything else about the other ones. We only know of Strange, I'm pretty sure.
Well, Strange and Toku are the only two we know about. Okay.
Yeah, Strange and Toku. Yeah, his whole name is Victor Strange. We should reference him as Radio Man or something else, because I don't know what he's fucking capable of at all. I don't know what tech he has. I don't know if he can hop into your phone or anything like that.
Also don't know
If
what he
you
takes
talk
offense
about him,
to, so be very
you
polite.
say Radio Man. Yeah. Oh yeah, the shotgun lady and the shotgun crew. Sure, we're gonna be pissed off at them for grabbing our
shotgun lady
people
will.
and trying to kill them just for Odeli's calming nerves. But they're not people to be fucked with either, probably. Especially the lady. She did not seem to have a very short, long temper. She had a very
Hot
short
shotgun
temper.
lady.
Very
She
short fuse. What are you
punched,
looking for? Yes.
Strider, and then just sent him on his way without any questions asked or anything.
Yeah, I vaguely remember her from the last train. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last train calling.
I guess, as she said, she's in charge of the shotgun crew, probably working under Odeli or Strange. No fucking clue.
She's another
next
enforcer,
time-
probably under Odeli.
Yeah.
She mentioned that she is the one sent to solve problems directly for
Yeah.
Odeli. She said that.
So
Okay.
Catbot's Strange's enforcer, shotgun crew is Odeli's enforcer.
She leads them, so yeah, I'm
Indeed.
guessing she works directly under him.
Yeah.
Question: does anyone here have access to rolling a d20 easily?
Me.
I can.
I do.
Can you do that?
There
for me?
you go.
To expect
12.
at the next train. Thank you. Strange is probably gonna be there again with the cat bot. If another culling happens, if we fuck up on this mission, another culling will probably happen. And it will probably happen soon. And if we fuck up on this mission, it's probably gonna be us targeted.
Every month. There's no if we fail or not. Even if we fail or succeed, it happens every month.
Okay.
That has
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Ha!
It's not just one every so often. It's been happening for months.
It's been happening every month for a long time.
Yeah, no, I guess I didn't connect the dots with that. But actually, the lady.
Go on.
I'm kind of.
We might have an extra on this.
She said. Huh?
I suppose we might have then an extra one this month, if we fail.
Possibility.
I doubt it.
It doesn't usually seem to be as punishment for failures. Failure is punished directly under Odeli.
Yeah.
Responsible parties.
Though, with that lady, she said she was an enforcer of when things go wrong or something bad or whatever. I would say it's very likely to assume she might be on the council. Considering she works right underneath Odeli, just like Strange does and Toku does now. It might be viable to assume that, but I wouldn't say so. So,
it's a
watch
possibility,
out.
but
if she leads the shotgun cruise, it's possible.
Question.
Because Toku...
I'm not good on politics.
That's more of a statement.
So, a culling happens every month, commented by Nicholas. And that's where...
And I hate to stop this, but we do probably should rather continue on the more pressing matter of the strategy for tomorrow. I know that it is good to spread information, but still, it has been quite long about that.
Yeah,
and
sorry, I derailed because, again, I've been out of the loop because I've been trying to get back in, so...
Mm-hmm. But yes, we should probably continue with our discussion on what's happening immediate.
Well, it's also, we can't plan too much because we don't know all...
Yeah.
A lot of us are going, but some of us might be unavailable, or some of us ain't here tonight. So we can do general planning, but we can't do, like, exact, like, you know, formations or whatnot.
We'll probably do more exact planning in the group chat.
Yeah.
Depending on...
We need AJ around to plan anything solid. He's the only one who actually knows what we're doing there.
We get time before we go out.
Yeah, a little bit what we got. If we're looking to capture, not kill, you know, try to capture everyone. That's kind of what we can probably do a little bit more planning, but that's a majority of what we can do with what we got right now.
Indeed. I believe
once
that
again,
is the general consensus.
I'm all for AJ providing us with like at least like a general idea of what like the building looks like. It would be quite helpful.
That'll only be if he's actually here.
Yeah, no. I can probably text him.
I don't know if you could like
drop some stuff in the
do a quick drawing or something.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Like that.
It would have been nice if Mr. Slick and a lot of others were here, but
yeah, I know.
not.
They're busy.
Right, so we should probably try to still continue to plan, even if it's not as much as we hope to.
Yeah.
We just have to set up a quote-unquote base of operations, especially for our medics. That would be probably priority number one once we get in there.
Think
some sort of foothold.
He's coming. So that is a thing.
Perhaps.
So enter in secure room, have that be a focal point. We'll have our medics there, and we'll fan out from more or less there. Is what you're saying?
Indeed. That'll probably be the best. For when someone gets injured, they can get pulled back there and actually get treated.
We should probably have a separate room nearby for the people that we capture, so that we can contain them, but they're not directly next to our medics. I can't do
Edges
anything to
up.
him.
Perfect.
Perfect indeed.
Morning, evening, whatever time it is.
You know,
It's always dark in Zafira.
Group therapy.
No one knows.
Talking about tomorrow.
Yeah, it's more of a strategy meeting than a therapy session.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, would you be able to provide some sort of layout of the Fallen base?
I don't have any schematics on me if that's what you're asking, but basically...
Well, anything would do.
From memory?
Just the
Question,
floor
am I
plan
allowed
of
to
What do you
turn it into a
remember
shish
of
kebab?
it?
No.
One at a time, please.
Not at first, please. No shish kebabs.
Okay.
We're trying to capture, not kill.
We're asking what you remember about the place. You know, its layout, particular rooms that might be important, or choke points,
Or even just a even just a rough floor plan. Like, it could be on a freaking napkin for all I care.
Whoa,
And
what the
there's-
hell just happened?
There's 3 floors. There's the base floor, there's the second floor, and the third floor. Third floor is reserved for sleeping. There's a room where, way high up, there's a couple tents. That's where people sleep or hang
You
out.
have very pretty
Second
eyes.
floor. Do you fucking mind?
Thanks.
Could you take this elsewhere, please?
You have a nice mask.
Hmm?
You
Take
have a
this
nice
elsewhere.
mask.
Hold on, you're gonna have to.
You either shut up and listen or you go elsewhere.
I am listening.
You don't have to be so rude about it. You can just ask politely.
What?
In any
She
case,
doesn't listen.
second floor. There's stuff like the medical bay. It's mostly the base in general revolves around in a circle. Loops on itself, but should be fairly easy pickings. So the only real points of interest that we need to care about are the med bay, the tech dungeon or workshop, and Chase's office. And those 3 are pretty distinct because you can just find them by walking around.
Right.
Other
But,
than that, there's...
What is the place? Is it like a residential building? Is it like the Hollow here, museum? What are we looking at?
It's an abandoned factory. So, it's very...
Right.
There's
My-
very high
The more-
vertical areas.
The thing
City.
I'm interested in, actually, is their lab.
As far as I remember, it was mostly destroyed. Though the lab, pretty much, it seconds as a bedroom. Pretty much. There's just a few bean bags, a fucking bed, lots of rats stacked up on one another, and the table. The laptop on it, but I wouldn't hedge many bets on being able to get that laptop.
Where you'll find Marge. The sound of it.
My
Indeed,
question would
that
be
is-
if there are any like rear exits / entrances. We did have a discussion of potentially attempting to get them to surrender, but if there are like back doors, then
No,
that would
that
be
won't
pointless
work.
because they could just escape.
There aren't any back doors, there's just the front door, but there are exit windows, which they might try and climb through. There's a balcony. I
That
don't know
would be
how high up
unfortunate.
It was, but I remember it was in construction where I left. But I don't expect them to
So
try
if this
going through
place
there.
is a factory, is it just open, tall sort of place? They're like going to be
There are
risk of us
two
getting
areas
shot.
very open
top.
and tall, and there is lots of corridors. Lots of low hallways, nooks, and crannies. But there is not much cover, is one thing that you do need to keep in mind. So keep your fucking guns in your pockets, please. We don't want to start a gunfight if we don't need to. Hopefully they'll do the same.
Yes, that was the
We
plan.
do need them alive.
We were vaguely
No
discussing that.
weapons until fired upon.
Yeah,
We
no
do need them
guns
alive.
until they start pulling.
I
Don't be
doubt
the
they'll
first to pull
stick
out
to
the
that
gun.
rule because they're the ones being backed into a corner this time.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Is there anyone specific that you want us to get?
No, this should be indiscriminate. If there's someone that you have beef with, or someone, I don't fucking care who, just, I don't know. You can either fucking appeal to their need for survival by going through the diplomatic route, or you can crack out their knees and drag them back. At the moment, what we're focused on is getting as many as we can. We don't really care about who.
Yes, that
I
is
suggest
the
the
general
latter.
consensus. Mm-hmm.
Well, okay.
Diplomat.
From what you were saying, unless they're all up, we should probably attempt to bum rush the 3rd floor. Because if we can catch them while they're sleeping, and tie them up before, that'll take out.
I don't think that's gonna be a
don't
possibility.
think that'll be feasible.
I mean,
As I
why
said,
would
we
they
should
all
try
be
to
sleeping
get
at the
that
same
foothold
time?
This isn't a
first, and then
stealth
go from
mission.
there.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing out ideas. Trying to make this as easy as possible. At least, again, we can't do exact, we can do general ideas.
Indeed. But as I said, we should probably get that first foothold so we can actually have a place to have our medics fix up whoever is injured.
Yeah.
Which will also double
And
as
we'll keep prisoners.
Exactly. Is there
Well,
any
I mean,
place
the only
like that by the
foothold
front
that we
door?
need is by the exit door. There's only 2
Because
points
if we
of entry
take
by
that,
the
they
exit
can't
door.
really escape.
Right.
Depends. Just what I would recommend is try and stay away from the open spaces. Don't get ambushed. We have the numbers, but I mean, apparently y'all have fought the Fallen before. Some of you have. You know that they're a crafty bunch. They always have some trick up their fucking sleeve thing about, dogs, as if they get cornered, they go berserk. So, just try not to take any chances. Don't fucking rush out into the front, please, and get yourself hit. We don't need that on the day. What we need is at least for everyone to stay with at least one other person, so you don't get yourself caught out on a one-on-one. Pick a fucking battle.
Yes,
That's a
I
good idea.
expect
Yeah.
everyone here to actually know how to fight. So yes,
We should
that's a good idea.
focus on formations
You
too.
getting better with
Because
the
if we're
gun?
dealing with tight corridors and stuff, get heavies in the front, some people
gun
who
that
can
I'm
help
not
others
supposed to
behind,
be using.
shield maybe.
Well, that is
Actually
basic
use
formations.
those
We-
formations properly.
That is
Hey, what do you
normal.
mean? I
We
know
should
how to
be
use the
using
guns.
them
Yeah, but
regardless.
not like one or two people by themselves.
Am I getting you confused with Carol?
Probably.
Oh my god.
I mean, I was there. I was there when all the tigers were there. I killed 2 of them. It was really fun.
I've forgotten his name already.
Raided the station together.
That one?
That too. Yeah. I was thinking more recently.
AJ?
Yeah, AJ?
That's his name? AJ?
Mm-hmm.
That's your name? Okay. Sorry. Just...
No, you're still getting used to everything. You're all good.
Yes, this is only your
There you
second
go.
day. It's all right. Anyways, so
Yeah.
yes, I think that is a good plan for now.
Well, I mean,
Secure foothold.
my only fucking notes. Don't overcomplicate things. Try not to bring in too much.
There isn't any. It's just 2
no,
steps.
No,
that's all we need.
what I'm saying. This is about as complex as we need things right now. What you're doing
As I
here, I
said,
like.
2
This is good, but we
Battle
used to have a
buddy,
problem back in the
foothold.
Fallen where we'd have a perfectly good plan, and then someone brings in a fucking unknown element, overcomplicates things, and fucks up the whole plan. So, just making sure that doesn't happen
We're
here.
mostly talking about what we know, what to look out for, trying to decide.
Yes.
No plans
And
to
we've already
contact the
pretty-
enemy.
Indeed.
Pudding.
That is why we should probably use think of it more as a philosophy of how we should do things. Get that foothold.
Yeah.
That is the most important thing. Once we can secure that for our medics, then we go from there.
So yeah, in summary, capture not kill, make a foothold, stick with a group and or at least a buddy. Those pretty much are going to be our 3 gospels during this stuff.
Yeah, please, for the love of God, if you're getting grouped up on, fucking yell. Please, I swear to God. That it's stupid if you don't.
Can we maybe... How's the cell
Am I
signal?
not allowed to beat their butts?
All you have to do is just
Yes. But if you're having like 3 macho men get up on you and start being a fucking ass, you're not gonna fucking last a chance.
Then I die happy.
All you have to do in situations like that is to push them away. Unless they're specifically holding you down, you can push them away and run and disengage.
Holds me down.
Okay. Right. That is pretty much the general.
Do they got cell service? It's a factory, so I'd imagine it's not the best, but do they have cell service out there? We could probably, get in a group call and communicate with each other via our cell phones type of thing.
They have
that might be too chaotic.
They have internet.
Oh, actually, I think we might still have walkie-talkies from the club heist.
We are not going to use voice comms. 100% no, because A, it would be too chaotic, and B, I know a guy there could probably very easily hack into any voice communications that we have, and the second they do, then we're fucked. So don't do that. Even with walkie-talkie.
So verbal communication only. So that'll make things more complicated, but also avoid intel leaking. So double-edged sword.
So that just means that it's... No, we don't need code words or anything of the like.
Yeah, no.
All that matters is if you need help, you either yell or run. And
or
that's
both.
all there is to it.
Probably both.
Or both.
Yeah.
I swear. Where's that woman that looked just like a rabbit, but like her sister? Why is she suddenly appearing in my head now?
Well, I'm gonna go take a walk, so...
Okay.
Yeah. Now, which way is which?
Right.
This way, I'm assuming.
Yeah, if you want to get out front, yeah.
Sparkles, are you planning on being there?
Sticks up your butt.
I'm hoping to, yeah. At least to help.
Alright, that's good. Mm-hmm. 'Cause I did have a thought. With those pills I made, they're certainly better for like defense and offense, but in this case, I thought it might be a good idea to hand those out to our medics just in case something happens to them. They could.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And they could save themselves because they're there to save others. I made some super special painkillers.
That to me. I wasn't listening.
I made some super special painkillers.
Okay.
What makes them super special?
Her skill set allows her to be able to...
Her bill, right?
They're a bit stronger than usual. They let you fight through the pain.
Ah, I see.
If you have them on hand, and you know they aren't gonna fucking kill nobody, sure.
Don't worry with these pills.
Nicholas can attest to them.
Completely safe. I had one myself, actually.
Awesome. All right, then that settles it. You can use them for the medics.
I feel like in an offensive scenario, it would be best if we could use them as like medics can save themselves because they can save others, but
if you could, in
that is
the
perfect.
very short time that we have, make some kind of sedation substance. That could also work to our benefit.
If we don't get it on hand, I don't think
doubt
that
we'll
will
have
allow
the
us to make
time,
anything.
sadly.
Mostly spitballing here, but yeah, if we don't have time, then we don't have time.
That would be
We need
nice.
to do the good old sedation method of hitting them over the fucking head. So.
That's the idea. That's why.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind for the future, though.
Oh, that's another thing.
Does anyone have
Sharp
any
weapons at a minimum?
All my fingers. Am I supposed to chop,
Indeed.
chop, chop? Am I supposed to
Does anyone have any rope or zip ties to be able to tie people up once we have captured them? That is going to be something rather important. If we do not
Put in a
bring...
request for them, so apparently they did bring some.
Lovely.
There we go.
That's
Talking
good.
about
At least have
rope
some.
and zip ties. But yes, we'll definitely need some if we can find some
zip
here.
ties, kinky.
I was waiting for it.
Waiting for what?
I think I'm gonna nickname you Innuendo.
That's not bad.
You know that tracks.
Wonderful.
So does that make planning somewhat finalized? Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah,
a pretty
I think
good
so.
idea, what we should do.
Other
For,
until
for sedation,
Meeting
if
adjourned.
We can go to
Wait, Metalhead,
Mr.
where you going?
Slick
Hold on,
tomorrow when we are actually
I
able
wanna ask a
to.
question.
for sedation purposes, we can try.
Perfect timing.
A
Good evening, Miss Yuffie.
Really? That's already
Yes.
If you'd gotten here a minute earlier, you would have been bored out of your mind.
AJ.
Lots of talk.
What's
Yeah,
the
perfect
name of that
timing.
name? Applejacks. I love them.
Okay. With what I was talking about before we went back to planning, though. With the tigers specifically, there's Biker, Hermes, Evie, the Rockstar Sisters, and Malleus. That's all I know of right now.
Rockstar
Biker
Sisters?
is someone. Yeah.
Hmm?
I literally don't know anything else about them except that there's two, and that's fucking it.
Yeah, I haven't even heard those ones. Okay. Because I heard about Biker and I've heard
Yeah,
about
no,
Hermes.
Toku has spoken about them. And that's like basically it. Biker is one of the more prominent of the tigers. He leads a group. I think. I
Yeah.
don't know what they're fucking called.
Bangs.
Fuck me.
He's their commander. Bangs.
Okay. I know for a fact he will not be holding back if he sees us again. So keep in mind, he's not gonna go easy on you just because we've spoken to him, we've had him captured. He's probably gonna go fucking harder than ever before. Also, do
Why
not
would he
fight
be
him
there?
one-on-one. I'm
we're
not
past
the
the-
plan.
Oh, we're
So-
past
Completely
that?
separate
Alright,
from the plan.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, Mr.
apologize.
Flo, you don't have to go into very specifics. We don't need that. We just know you don't mess with the biker or the vampire lady, and
Okay. I mean,
you don't have to go in very specific. I know you enjoyed
I'm going
creating your.
specific because some people like specifics. That's all, really.
It's just that a lot of people sometimes don't.
Ooh.
You have to be
Yeah.
concise with your notes. That's what I recommend. That is, you take effective notes.
I also recommend to not have a stick up your butt. I don't know, something I have to pick up. Because sticks probably hit.
Hermes is Malice's right-hand man, I think. Don't fight him. He's a synth. Not worth it. Evie's vampire, like you said. She has a partner. I don't know anything about her. When we went to the black market, she spared us, quote unquote. So I don't know what's up with that. Malleus, of course, he's the head of the Tigers. He's not to be fucked with, of course. He controls the market district, which is where the black market is. And lastly, ZCPD, our favorite people, of course. The only really person to make note
What you cooking?
of is Lono, who
Making
is
some lemonade.
in charge of the
Lemonade?
investigation
Sounds nice.
of our base and whatnot and us in general. And she was also there.
I'll take a glass when you're done.
So that's really it.
I can make an extra one, I guess.
The catbot said was captured.
Oh, you're not making a picture?
I mean, we don't have too many lemons. I did buy some more, but I can make some extra.
Plant lemons, right?
CPD like sniffing around our base apparently, but that's what
Yeah, I've been meaning to. I've been meaning to.
Yeah.
Actually, somebody at Purple had just asked me to, but there's only a limited amount of space. We'll see when I can get around to that.
We can grab some ketamine or something along those lines.
Do we have a courtyard?
I do not believe we'll have
Well,
time to.
even if we did, it's probably not a good idea to grow plants outside in Zafira.
Your Sunday prayers.
Perfect. Actually, that gives me
No sunlight and also the coolant, or
Indeed.
you know.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I know
Dirty water.
I know people haven't been able to because
Mhm.
that's mostly why.
Yes, it's a good
I
idea.
know.
It's just the specifics, like
Oh, do you want-
the
wait.
specifics and repeat wordage could be honed down and refined, but otherwise,
Shade.
it was a very good synopsis.
What's up?
Hey.
It's kind of a habit.
Planning for all this. There's a lot going on. Hold on.
That's all
What
good.
are you doing?
Hmm?
You
Just when
lunatic.
you write it down, it would be a lot easier to
Me? I'm
Would you have gone insane?
overview it a couple times.
My notes
Oh,
are
I'll-
very messy, to be completely honest.
I'll finish this. I'll finish this first.
If you are
Can't catch her.
that pamphlet of yours, you might want to have a couple giraffes before.
Yeah. No, I plan to. Yeah.
Here's your lemonade.
Actually, I was gonna ask: is anyone looking for
Thank
something
you.
specific?
Speaking of which.
wanting to make something specific, so I can take note of that.
Right, so that actually is a good.
That's good.
The black
I
market.
know
The
what you
you're
said.
referring
Put
to.
the rest of it in the.
Mhm.
Boop, boop.
Yeah, the black market and just stuff in general.
I think Yuki's got something for you.
Okay.
I just need to come up with a good chunk of money for what I want to buy.
It was your chainsaw, right? You wanted to upgrade it.
Have you thought
Yuki.
about entering in the the fight pit? You could potentially ask
Oh,
for
yeah.
it through the
With that,
just your
Not if
special
I have to hold
rules.
back.
Well, you can preferably
don't-
ask for one that you won't have to hold back.
the thing I heard when I heard them starting it up was
You want some lemonade?
you can choose to fight to the death or you can fight to defeat, basically.
Thank you.
Did you hear that, Miss
So
Yuki?
it's
Wherever
it's
you
a
want.
possibility.
And there we go. That's where you can earn a pretty
But
penny.
I do gotta say, considering it's not just humans, from what I understand, that can go into those pits, depending on who you might be fighting, you wanna probably have someone with you. I know Simon and
Perhaps.
Mark went together to fight this big old samurai dude.
Who's Simon and Mark?
So Simon is Crow, the one that left us, and then Mark is big old puppet man. Did you see the puppet hand man? Yeah.
Yes, they're referring
And
to the
then-
one
Crow
with
is
the visor that we see at Purple Lotus
yeah.
a few times.
Yeah, we might need more than names. Like, you know, we're not supposed to talk to them. So
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I get that.
I don't know anyone other than Crow. So
Yeah.
names are kind of useless.
I know a couple of them because I was there, like, I think when a lot of them left initially before, like, you know, I was more facing the crowd type of thing, but... Like, I think I remember Marge and Ann and whatnot, but...
Right, that's actually another good point. Thank you for bringing that up. The black market, they have a lot of different weapons that we could potentially outfit ourselves with, and armor as well. As well as implants. And they come in tiers of scrap, street, military, and future tech. So if there's any ideas of things that you potentially want, we can potentially take a look for you and ask for you whenever we go.
If they get...
You first, and then...
I want to be fast.
Work on getting the money up somehow, but like I said, right now my shield is literally scrap tier. So if I can work on getting, like this doesn't have to be immediate because I still got it and it still works. But like, always look for the future for upgrades. If they got any better shields.
Yes, we can definitely look at write that down. What we should probably there's Mr. Flint. Anyways, what we'll probably do is actually establish a thread on our forum board where we can ask, like, the day before our Sunday prayers, we can ask each other what we need. Need something, Sufi?
Wasn't there the thing about Rocket setting up a thing to sell scrap?
Wouldn't that be cool, Carl? Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, I'm not very strong, but I don't want to be strong. Strong people hurt others. And, like, it's necessary to keep others safe, but that's not for me. That really isn't for me. Now, being fast, that might be interesting. Or just something to be able to keep up. You know, be there for everyone. That sounds nice. That does sound nice.
Bald Synth Man was looking for you out there.
Who?
The bald synth guy.
Ah, I see. Alright.
Yeah. Yes, I understand where you're going.
Hi.
Wait,
Indeed. Oh, welcome back.
Tails here.
Welcome. As we were just discussing that potentially if we have a stockpile of your pills, we could potentially start selling them at the black markets. Since Yuffie reminded me that we can sell them advanced medical
You might be able to
things
trade
there.
them too, like not just selling, you might be able to trade for like other medical gear and whatnot.
Indeed. I believe they also have the research there as well that I can potentially pick up.
Definitely a big thing about the black market I noticed is making deals. That's the thing.
Well, hopefully we won't need to use them tomorrow then. I only have 3.
Speaking of which,
right now. And they're also pretty hard to make.
We should still keep them.
Speaking
People
of tomorrow,
probably
I
do
need
need
to go
them
get my armor in order, so I'll see you all some other time. Make sure I'm prepared.
Have a good one, Mr. Shade.
Yeah, I think I'll start making sure all my stuff's good. Make sure my shields at least put together, and my guns do some maintenance on that.
Well, I'll get you guys
So,
drinks
who's
when you
all
come
going?
back.
I believe the Hollow is all going, if I'm not mistaken. Everyone who's going.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think that's God's plan.
Well, I'm not going.
Right, I know that you don't do this types of jobs, so just make sure to protect the base.
Yeah, I'm sure that not everyone is gonna go.
Yes, it's just the fact that she doesn't do captures.
I don't
Yeah,
do
no.
non-lethal. I'd just be in the way.
I assume
It would
so.
be pretty
Kind
foolish
of,
to leave the base entirely empty.
Stabby.
The tigers know where we are
Probably
after all.
Aaron won't go either, knowing him.
I'll stay with you if you're there.
Perfect.
Okay.
If anyone shows up that's not one of you guys, I'll be sure to kill them.
Unless it's the cat or strange or deadly, of course, right? No, don't,
What'd
no,
she
no,
say?
it's
I'll-
not. No, it's a no.
I'll try and hold that back.
Please, I
Don't
swear
worry.
to God, you'll get us all killed.
I'll
Just for
try.
warning.
I'm not stupid.
can't.
I know what I can't fight.
I can't.
Okay, good.
What'd she say?
No, you can't.
She's not stupid. She knows what she can fight.
Something about...
While you guys are out, I'll guard the place.
Okay.
Anything that comes in that's not one of you or something I obviously can't kill, I'll kill.
Well, I mean, if O'Delly in his trials decides that one of the people that we brought in is to be executed, I'll put a good word in for you, Yuffie, to deal that blow.
Really?
We'll see.
Nope. You've made her very excited. Good. Right.
We're not exactly at the top of O'Delly's attention list, so we need to do this right.
Right, I'm personally probably not going to be putting myself in harm's way. I'll be mostly trying to stay back with the medics to help there, because it will be a very tough fight, and I'll be searching for that research.
Yeah.
But I will defend and fight if need be. Yes.
Yeah, if you died, the boss would be pretty pissed.
I know. I'm pretty sure I'd be pretty pissed as well if I died.
I'm not sure how much help I'll be, at least until guns get pulled out. After that, maybe, but until then,
Yeah. We'll see.
Indeed.
You need to work on something. You can
Though
aerosolize.
I'm planning to go to Pips. I don't know if anyone here wants to go.
Sadly, I can't. I have
It's a dive bar. You
cleaning to
run
do.
there.
Oh, is it that place that we trashed unapologetically? Huh. Alright, I can't leave the
I'm
hall.
gonna go
planning on
take a
going to the
nap.
Lotus later today.
So,
Okay.
you know why I am.
I am
Have a good one.
obligated not to leave the hollow. And by obligated, I mean if I leave the hollow for more than a couple hours, they'll shoot me on sight.
Right.
Right back.
Well, believe this was a good talk. I will be going to clean more.
It really was. I'm much less worried.
You going to the Lotus later?
Yes, I will be going to the Lotus later. I don't know when, but I will be going. And if anyone else is going, I'll hopefully see you there.
Oh, the. Oh,
You
the
going to
Lotus.
the
Yes,
Lotus
yes.
too?
I was planning on it.
Good night, all.
Good night.
I'll see you then.
Well. I'll need to get some fun drinks. Du-du-du-du. Oh, we have the same idea, I see.
Thank you.
Oh, my neck.
I thought the parental advisory was a funny thing to put on it.
That's naive. Also,
okay.
When you have your clothes on, I would say, like your fucking whisper clothes on. As only in my mind, why is she so thick?
All right.
Oh dear, what is going on in my DMs?
Oh no.
I gave her thighs just the tiniest bit of jiggle, so.
3 of them are from Kaz.
Understandable.
I'm giving her this random cute side of she's going to wear a onesie one day, walk in and be like, did I walk in at a wrong time? I'm just getting late night snacks, don't mind.